I'm Zac Lomax's #1 fan. My name's Hayden, and I'm also his brother.
He talks pretty nicely to me, doesn't he? He normally doesn't talk like this, trust me.
So, these are Zac's first pair of footy boots that he played with when he would have been 5 years old.
Bloody hell.
Zac's seen my boots and then wanted this exact same pair as mine, so we both wanted red and white because Temora Dragons, they're red and white.
These are so cool to look back on, eh?
They're a bit smaller than Zac's footy boots now. Let's just say that. My rugby league career I started when I was 5 and Zac was the year after, just playing for Temora. And then we just played till we were, I think Zac was 16 and I was 17.
How it all sort of come about, I guess, with our transition to Dragons was we went away in a tournament. We were playing at Dubbo and Hayden actually got picked up from one of the Dragons recruitment officers. They ended up signing him sort of that year. It was just on like a little development contract. And then they ended up signing me the year later. They just sort of kept an eye on me, being Hayden's little brother, and just sort of watched a few of my games as well. So Mum and our little brother, Declan, moved down for the first 2 years. And I think, to be fair, it would have been a whole different story if they didn't move down with us.
Big change going from Temora and then the lifestyle was very different up in Wollongong. Mum sort of wanted to come up and just make sure we were right on our feet.
I think I was going to school then. Hayden was earning some cash working, and remember, if I ever wasn't at school, Mum would always get a message, so ended up changing that number to Hayden's number. So Hayden was always the one getting notified then when I wasn't going to school. And
this is I was 16, Zac was 15. They have like a loud day for men's mental health, I think. They have a round for it. Yeah, we made our own socks.
Yeah, I remember painting them the night before.
Yeah.
This was our last year before we went down to Wollongong.
So yeah, our whole team would have had different coloured socks, not just us.
Geez, I was skinny back then. Holy, tall, lanky thing.
Being the oldest of 3 brothers, it was, it was good. It was interesting. We always had a bit of fun growing up. Lots of wrestles and getting in trouble by Mum and Dad. And me and Zac were sort of together because we're pretty close in age. So we always sort of used to pick on the youngest brother a bit, and didn't matter if I was with my mates, obviously Zac could still be there, and you could sort of just go anywhere and know anyone. That's probably the best thing about growing up in a little small town like Temora.
As soon as school was done, the bell went. We were with our friends. We were either riding motorbikes, playing basketball, we were swimming, playing cricket, playing footy, whatever it was. You sort of grow some pretty cool relationships because you're with the same people, forever. So it's pretty cool.
Zac as a kid, he was very energetic, outgoing, not shy, always in your face, stirring people up. But in saying that, you always wanted to be around him, never a dull moment being around Zac at all.
I don't think much changed, to be fair.
That's why he is where he is, I suppose. Always, if he wants something, he'll get it. And
I've just got that stubborn mentality. I think it's helped get me to where I am, and I think I take it a lot after Mum's very similar. She's bubbly in the sense where she gets along with everyone, and she's out there. She's probably a little bit outspoken, but she's very family orientated, and that's like me.
Yeah, Zac looked up to, the main one growing up was Benji Marshall. Big poster of Benji Marshall up on the wall in his room. Tigers doing a cover. It was just tiger mad.
I love this step that he had, and his goal kicking. That's why I goal kicked, and I just tried to play my whole game of football like him.
This is Zac when he was, I don't even know I think it's 05.
He should have been 5, 6. Yeah, it would have been 5.
5 or 6, yeah. This is just him playing footy, and obviously Benji Marshall, a couple of steps there, and then running down the field.
Oh, geez, that brings back some memories. But I'm sure there's some footage of me sulking on there somewhere too.
Yeah.
I think I ran out by about 15 metres, but
I think they just award it back in those days with the young kids. Anything that he wants to do, I know he's going to succeed. I think that's why I'm just so proud of him, and just the belief in what he can do. He's so confident, so he's telling me what he's going to do. If he's going to run for 300 metres or like in Origin, he said, yeah, I'm going to like nail a kick from the sideline, and he always wanted to win the game by kicking a field goal, and he's done that on a couple of occasions, and he sort of lets me know what he's going to do, and you just believe it.
I think for me, it's, I put it out there because it holds me accountable to it.
Before he played Origin, he told us all he was going to play Origin, and then a year later he did, and then Australia, and then sure enough he was there. So he's definitely visualises stuff and gets after it, which is, that's why he is, where he is. We've not talked to each other for a week or two, and then as soon as you pick up the phone, it's like we're talking to him yesterday, you know what I mean? It's sort of just a bond that's never going to be broken, and, that's what sort of I cherish. And
I'm Zac Lomax, and Hayden is my #1 fan.